All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders.
Signs U.S. citizens.
Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believer. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Man, I can honestly say, as we get closer to the end, prophecy is becoming more plain. Because what's happening to Babylon the Great is that everybody is fleeing her in some type of way, either physically or financially. So it said, and I will punish Baal in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up, because he went around the earth stealing everybody's resources. He stole our riches. The Lord said he's going to give it back 100-fold. Okay, so it says, and the nations shall not flow together anymore unto him. Yeah, the wall of Babylon shall fall. So yeah, Babylon is used to be the golden cup in the Lord's hand. Let's get that real quick, and I'm gonna play the video. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So the nations finally woke up. The Lord made them woke up, realize, they can't continue to be pimped by America. And the number one way how they've been pimped by America is, what is the number one currency in the world? The petrodollar. Everybody got to play with American money. You want to play the game, you got to get down with the get down. That's why they able to get sanctioned, get knocked out of the SWIFT, all right, and which is the international banking. All nations is basically an interconnected banking system for the nations to make transactions. So, and then you get X'd out of that, your money gonna start drying up. All right. So so now the nations are mad. Now you got the BRICS, they coming together, which is really just a financial and military alliance. And it's also, but you already know, the elite have their hand in that, because they done with America. America is a corporation that did it what it needed to do, and now it's over. And the scripture said it's over. Let's listen up.
Tonight, signs U.S. citizens are increasingly choosing to expatriate, move to another country. Almost 1,300 such moves just this year, more than doubling from the end of last year. And some of the reasons cited may surprise you. Americans packing bags, leaving for good, deciding to expatriate, make a new home in another country. An increasing reality for Americans, according to experts, among them tax services that consult and advise them.
The political system, the U.S. tax system, is economic pressure.
This year, 49% of Americans say they are seriously considering or following through with plans to renounce American citizenship, a 63% jump from last year. Politics chief among the reasons cited since November.
We launched the day of the election.
Husband and wife Paul Nelson and Michelle Garabito founded their company, the Lux Nomads, last year with firsthand experience living the expat lifestyle. Michelle's viral videos bringing in a client haul. Traveling for years inspired them to take the leap, they say, live abroad full-time.
We actually moved to Mexico in 2021, and it was the most life-changing experience we've ever experienced. So at first it was...
So a quick testimony, I probably said this before, but so this man that I work with, he came from, Cape Verde, and he's obviously Cape Verdean, which he just I'm looking at him. I think he might be Benjamin. He could be Judah though. But he was talking about when he first came over here in 2016. He said America was great. He always talking shit about America now. He talks about how it's so expensive and how it's just very oppressive. But he said when he first got here, like when everybody gets here, because this is the place to be. Remember, it used to be the golden cup in the Lord's hand. So it's always been pitched as the place of opportunity. Now you can't even get a job here. Everything is higher here. You know what I'm saying? So like This is what they're talking about in this video. The scripture says, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Proverbs 29:2. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That is what about to happen. Okay? But right now, the wicked is ruling, people are mourning.
Just like a test, like let's just go out there for 3 months, see how we liked it. We loved it so much, we went back to the States. We were living in Denver, Colorado at the time. We sold everything.
There's a lot of reasons that people are moving abroad. Maybe the political was just the final straw for them.
Politics, just one potential motivator. Safety is another. Health, cited as a reason to relocate.
We all know what happened when it came to health. They force you to take some snake oil. All right?
Stats show the largest percentage of those going, millennial-age parents with young children.
We see in our school system here that children have active shooter drills. And, that's got to be very concerning for any parents out there.
One of our
Damn shame. Verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her. If so, she may be healed. This place is destroyed morally and spiritually. And it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, every one into his own country. For her judgment have reacheth unto heaven and lifted up to the skies. And then it's like, I pay attention to everything. That's a spirit that the Lord got on me. I'm very observant. But even so from 2020 to now, the same stores that I go into, different owners. I wonder where they went. And I'm pretty sure they went back to their homeland, because really from 2020 into now, a lot of people have, went back to their own country. People who lived here, talk about regular American citizens, moved out of the country, and you still got people talking about moving out of the country. And then don't forget about what you call those people, the passport bros. All right, remember that was a thing too, still is a thing. But yeah, so everything is corrupted. The woman ain't right here. The food ain't right here. It was a video that I made maybe last year about a woman who went to Israel, a so-called black woman, and she talked about how the fruit tastes and how it's just different. Like everything was just different over there, and how, yeah, just polluted. And the scripture said that, because the righteous are non-authority. So for you people who love it here, you got a demon on you. It said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. And this place do destroy people. This place don't lead you to a path of, righteousness. Don't lead you to a path of a life. All of this leads you to death. That's what eventually comes.
very first clients that we helped, their kid, Dean, he was very sick in the U.S. and had a lot of stomach issue, a lot of
You want to know why? Because the food is polluted. All right? The food is polluted, and that's prophecy. That's a punishment unto us. Is it 4 and 13 or 13 and 4? I'm going to see if it's 4 and 13. Yep. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles where they have driven them. Okay. We're eating GMOs right now. They take out the fiber, what actually makes you use the bathroom, replace it with chemicals. All right. Natural sugar is in barely anything. It's a whole bunch of table sugar and another all kind of other sugars that you can't pronounce. Okay. We are in a bad shape. But the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Awashai, that this is the end. So I'm going to end it on these set of scriptures. I think the video got maybe 30 more seconds.
Patient and just gut issues. And when they were vacationing in Europe, his gut issues were basically disappeared.
You want to know why? And everybody should know that. Look at the ingredients on French fries, even at McDonald's in the UK, and then look at it here. You will see probably 4 ingredients to 42 ingredients. Look at the back of a ketchup in the UK and over here. Words you cannot pronounce, and then over there it say tomatoes. Cause that's what the fuck it's supposed to be. All right, and this is why UK is kicking America's ass in boxing too, at least on the heavyweight side. All right. But it says, and I heard a other voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partaker of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquity. So the reason I'm reading this is to let you know what's the judgment behind everything that they done. Also highlighting how America is not it. Okay. First of all, we're reading about it right now. It's going to be destroyed, but you see people is already forsaking it. But yo ass, talk about you unbelievers out there, you scoffers out there, you false prophets out there. Y'all love this place so much. So you're going to be destroyed with it. That's why the Lord said, come out of her, that you be not partaker of her plagues. Reward her even as she have rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she have filled to her double. This is the place of our captivity. This is the place of millions upon millions of Israelites have been killed on this land. So they're going to get paid back. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, especially off her hour backs. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she say in her heart, I sit a queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her.
Making the decision may find the taxes one of the most difficult parts.
At the moment, taxation has taken up really all the oxygen in the room.
Mary Louise Serrato is the executive director of the D.C. nonprofit American Citizens Abroad that advocates for Americans who pay foreign taxes under FACA, the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, and she lobbies to change it.
Where the U.S. is the only country pretty much in the industrialized world that taxes its citizens on foreign earned income. You want U.S. citizens overseas promoting U.S. businesses.
There's a lot of good reasons to move abroad. It shouldn't be viewed as unpatriotic.
Americans moving abroad may...
Yeah, for them to even call it expatriates. Expatriates, like really? You want to make people's life worse, but get mad when people are leaving? So it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for 1 hour her judgment is come, and the merchants of the earth, going back to the first scripture that I read, the nations shall not flow into her anymore, shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. And every time I read this scripture, I always think about how the Lord says he's going to put an evil thought. That's in Ezekiel 38. He's going to put an evil thought in Gog and Magog to come into their mind. Gog from the land of Magog to come into their mind. And that's what he's going to do to all these nations. And then after the evil thought come into their mind, so they press the button, Babylon is destroyed. Then when they realize what they done, they were like, oh my God, what have we done? We're not going to make no more money. But it's okay. We got a job for you. Now, as I say in Ezekiel 39 and 14, continue in employment. So, but I'm going to end it on this one. Lessons within lessons. Therefore, all they that devour you shall be devoured, and all your adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil you shall be spoiled, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So, yeah, we got some work for you. All right. So, after you bomb Babylon the Great, you're going to be preserved for captivity. It's all good. But all praises to Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Prophecy is plain. Shalom.